Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Aura and I'm a quantum healing hypnotherapist based in Sweden. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for being here, for supporting this work, for subscribing, and even if you haven't subscribed, just for returning here to this channel, because it helps me understand that I am doing the right thing, no matter how scared I am of doing these videos, no matter how much it is against not my nature, but against the way that I grew up. I have to not speak up, to shut up, to stay in the background. And so it goes against everything that I have been programmed to do. And it takes a lot of courage for me to come here and to speak to you. Since I was little, I wanted for everybody to know how amazingly, infinitely powerful they are. I wanted to let the world know, humankind know of the amazing essence that they are and hold. And it comes very naturally to me to do these one-on-one quantum healing sessions, as this is my biggest passion. But talking to I don't know what number of people that has access to the internet has been an excruciatingly terrifying journey. And it still is terrifying to me because this fear of people has been drilled into me since childhood, given that I grew up where I grew up in Romania and, the entire post-communistic situation. So I had this whole programming within my body. It's running through my genes. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep walking my path, to stay true to myself despite my fears. And so I am immensely grateful for your support. Again, thank you to every single one of you. Thank you. And then on this note of walking our path and staying true to our essence is what I want to continue building this video upon today, because this is how we achieve healing and this is how we achieve our dreams. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. One thing that I want you to understand and to keep with you throughout your entire life is to know that you are your own path. You are never straying away from your path. There are no detours, but there are bumps, hiccups, trials, and tribulations every single time you stray from being true to yourself. This is still part of your path. As when we come into this light, our soul has a certain blueprint. We carry a certain frequency, we carry a certain energy, and we come with an intention into this world. We come with a mission, we come with a vision, and all of this is so carefully calculated that it aligns even astrologically with how the planets, the stars, and absolutely everything is set up in cosmos around the earth at the exact moment of your birth, of you entering into this world and taking your first breath. But before you take your first breath, you already become acquainted with this world through your mother's womb. From the moment of the gestation, the moment that the cells begin to form that eventually are going to make up your body, you begin to pick up and to absorb impressions from your mother and from the environment around her. Not only that, but your physical body is made up of the DNA of both your parents, whose DNA is made up of the DNA of their parents, their blueprint. Physical, genetic, emotional blueprint. And I say emotional because our emotions, the trauma, and everything that we carry, the entire emotional history is deeply embedded within our DNA. And that is where our subconscious mind resides. This is what we work with in these hypnotherapy sessions. We are in a state of hypnosis throughout our entire life. And in these states of hypnosis, that is when we absorb information and where, if we want to, with intention, we can begin to reprogram ourselves, meaning that we can begin to recalibrate old programs, that which have been passed down through our lineage, through the DNA, from our parents, grandparents, and all of our forefathers to the first human being. This is how intimately we are all related. And it is this amount of information that we all carry, this far back. And it's always the last people that are around in each of our lineages that have the power to recalibrate all of it, to break all these patterns. And by doing so, we create a new world, a new way of being, a new human, if you will, that no longer carries this generational trauma that has been carried around for quite a few thousands of years. And so how do we do that? As I mentioned before, we come into this world with a mission, a vision, an intention, a goal, and a soul essence. This essence has a signature and you feel it. From the moment that you are born, you know exactly who you are. You know what it is that you need to do. You know how the world should and should not be like. So many of us still remember feeling as children that it's not okay to fight. Some of us did not understand as children the monetary system. And so many of us were super perceptive. Not only did we perceive the emotions of our parents, but we also perceived the emotions and the essences of all life, visible and invisible, around us. It's just that with time, we have been deeply programmed so that we may fit into this society, because if we would not fit into the society, we wouldn't be able to survive. So it was a necessary strategy to let go of ourselves in order to be accepted, loved, and respected within the society. The problem with that is that most people are suffering, they are sick, they are depressed, they're anxious, they're stressed. It's just look around. Just look around and look at yourself. Look into your life, look into your family, look into the world and the amount of wars that we are still having in 2024. And we think that humans are the most intelligent being on planet Earth. Well, animals are not suffering this way. Animals do not give up who they are in order to fit into a society. So this is where the problem lies. As we come into this love, into this world, into this love, are pure love. We are pure unconditional love and pure unconditional acceptance. And again, some of us began our programming from the womb. So some of us may already have been traumatized as we took our first breath into this world, which means that our essence is skewed from the very beginning. But there is always a way out, and it's nobody's fault. So I think this is probably the most important thing to know and to understand, is that you cannot blame your parents, you cannot blame your family. Everybody did what they thought was best. And I know it sucks to hear this. This is for your own good. This is for your own best. This is what they know to say. And this is what we are all programmed to think and to say, even though the truth is inverted, because so many things in this world are inverted. Please know that it's not your family's fault, and it's definitely not your fault. But change can start with you. And so if the individual sees these things and can begin to assume responsibility and take action, then the world can change, which is why this work is so immensely important. And so, as you come into this world with your path already paved, you already know what you're going to do. You feel it within your soul, right? So the way to come back to your heart, the way to come back to your essence, is to ask yourself, what is it that truly, truly, truly makes me happy? What is it that truly brings me joy into this life? And if you're having a hard time answering these questions, I have prepared a PDF for you. You can find it on my website. It's for free. You just download it. You start filling in the blanks. It's for introspective work. You'll find it in the description below. And as you answer the question, what is it that makes me truly, truly happy? For instance, another way to ask the question is, if money wouldn't exist, what is it that I would do today with my life? And as I asked myself that question, I found a very curious answer, because I always thought, it's quantum healing. I need to do quantum healing, help save the world. But for me, it's actually knowledge. So what I do in my spare time is I achieve more and more and more and more and more and more and more knowledge. And this is what I do with my life, which I then help share, which I then share with you and share through my work, through my quantum healing work. And so what is the thing that makes you happy the most? Maybe observe your own patterns. I came to the answer of knowledge because I always buy courses. Every time I spend my money on something, I don't spend it on clothes, on anything other than knowledge, courses, always. And so, what is it that brings you happiness? What makes you fulfilled? And once you have that answer, begin to go with that, walk that path, because that is who you came here to be. That is your path. And then, of course, we can find thousands of excuses. Yes, but it doesn't pay the bills. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't pay the bills unless you commit 100% to walking that path. You can always keep your job and follow your path on the side. For me, other things are drawing, painting. No, it doesn't pay the bills. But when I immerse myself into these things, my entire essence changes. My brain changes. I change as a person. I get more energy. My body heals. And the same happens with you. As soon as we engage with every single one of us into that which makes us happy, into our passion, our joy, healing starts to occur. Learning occurs. There have been so many studies done on how kids learn the best. And they learn the best and so many times faster during play, not by sitting in class and regurgitating some information, but while playing. Our essence is light, and this is why it's called light work. It has nothing to do with darkness or the opposite of darkness, with light, because this world of duality, one is not more important than the other. One is not to win over the other. The breath, the inhale is not more important than the exhale. Night is not more important than day. Left than right, up than down. We are putting in these limitations to try and find excuses. And so the way to begin to truly heal your physical, mental, and emotional body is by walking your path in a way or another. Either by making money out of it in some way, and you'll find that miraculously, the moment you begin to do that which brings you passion, the universe will twist things around in such a way that it will actually work out for you. It's mind-blowing, it's incredible, and I've seen it from so many of my clients. I see it through myself. I have struggled ever since I finished university to find a job, and nobody would ever hire me because they would always say you're overqualified. It's like, yeah, but I need to start somewhere, right? And then I thought I'm going to do a second university because, well, the first one doesn't give me anything, so I'm going to do a second one. Do you think I got a job? Yes, I did. Did I get heavily bullied by my boss? Yes, I did. It was a horrible experience and I had to quit. Coming after 10 years of trying to work for other people to the realization that there's something else out there for me. And so here I am doing this, and I'm the youngest I've ever been. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been. And even the medical system has declared me miraculously healed from chronic diseases that they told me that I'm going to die with, and they're just going to get worse and worse over time. And so this is not just my story. This is also the story of so many of my clients who feared walking their path. But once they understood the importance of it, and they found the courage to take one step in front of the other, walking their own path, they found bliss, they found everything. They found mastery, they found themselves, they found the essence of life. And this is from people who were bankers and now are running yoga studios in the forest, or had very stable jobs within finances. They were miserable and now they're baking cakes and they are happy, fulfilled, and they finally found the answer to life. And this is why I'm talking about this. This is why this is so important. I had other beautiful, beautiful classmates who were so talented at what they were doing, classmates in university. But they were studying at that university only because their parents had pushed them. And their dream job, their dream activity was to clean. They wanted to just clean other people's houses. They were always selling like, I come clean your apartment. Just let me come and clean your apartment. This is what I want to do. This is where I meditate. This is where I find myself. This is where I'm happy. But having a job as a person that is cleaning other people's spaces was unacceptable in that family. Imagine if we would all work with that which our passion is. Then we wouldn't have people that are miserable at their jobs. And I mean it in every single way. They do their job lousy because they hate it, because they don't want to be there, because that's not what they want to do with their life. And this includes doctors. This includes the highest paid jobs, because people are unhappy about that which they're doing with their life. The happiest people are the ones who pursue their passion, who pursue their dreams, who pursue their purpose. And so find that which makes you happy and then commit to it. Start walking that line and walk straight. Because if you take a right and then you take another right and then you take another right because you don't feel like doing the same thing over and over again, and this doesn't work and it's hard and I don't feel like it, so I'm going to take another right, eventually you're going to end up walking in circles, and then you wonder why nothing is changing and why nothing works, because you are not committed to that which brings you happiness, no matter how hard it is. And what happens if you walk in a straight line? If you keep walking in a straight line, you walk around the world. That means you have seen it all, you've known it all, you have acquired the mastery over the entire spectrum of the all that is, walking in a straight line, pursuing, following your passion, no matter what. Like I said, one job is not more important than other. We are all unique human beings, all here to thrive, to learn, to experience, navigate this human life and isness. And the entire purpose of this duality, of this black and white world, up and down, left and right, it's about bringing everything into balance and into unity. And you do that by bringing it into unity within yourself. Because when you do that, you create unity and harmony within the world around you. This is what you will radiate. This is what you will share with the world. If your essence is in harmony, then there's nothing else you can share with the world other than harmony. This is how you honor the entire life right here and your soul essence at the same time. Because you are not separate from all of this. Everything that we perceive is an extension of us. It's another us. Everything that is another you, expressed in its own unique way. Just as you are to come here and express yourself in your own unique way. And by experiencing the entire spectrum of the all that is, including all the emotions, including all types of events, you will eventually master this life experience. And thus you will master the life force energy. And this is the entire spiel with coming and navigating this human life. And pure mastery lies in harmony, and it lies in awareness. And how can we begin to practice awareness? We begin to practice awareness by becoming aware of our body. So be aware of your breathing patterns. Be aware of the tension that you are holding in your body. Be aware of your posture. And be aware of your mind. Begin to listen to your body and listen to your thoughts. Catch yourself when you are swaying away from the present moment into the past or into the future, completely unnecessary and irrelevantly. And with the present, I mean being present in the body, being present with your mind in this moment. Because if you know where you are, if you are aware of your state, in the present moment, from a space, time, and mind perspective, your awareness begins to expand. And as your awareness begins to expand, you begin to access deeper aspects of yourself, and thus you can adjust and calibrate whatever imbalances might take place within your body or your energy field. And you do that by making sure that your mind is aligned with your intention. What is your ultimate goal in this life? And is your mind aligned with that? Are your actions aligned with that? Are you making choices which are congruent with your ultimate goal and intention? Are these choices supporting that which you wish to achieve, or are they hindering it? And again, this is so important to never, ever, ever blame yourself or shame yourself for anything. Guilt and shame have never achieved anything. If anything, they have hindered us from doing that which we came here to do, from being who we came here to be. And so have compassion with yourself along the way. Like I said, we are all so deeply programmed, and it's so brave to take on your path, to dare to step into your essence and step out of the old, heavy, traumatic programming that has been bestowed upon humanity. Walking your path and staying true to yourself is actually one of the most selfless things we can do, because we give, again, others permission to do this as well. We show them the way just by being. People who brag do so because they have the need of being more liked by their society. They have the need to ingrain themselves even more within the programming. When you're going to walk your own path, you're not going to brag about it because it's going to be a pain in the ass, but you will be prouder than ever before of yourself, and you will liberate yourself. Walking your path is not one of blowing your own horn, of shouting out into the world, look at what I have achieved, and look at the entire cathedral of achievements and diplomas that I have behind me. No, it's the most humble thing that you can do in this life. It's also the most, again, liberating and the most healing. And by liberating and healing yourself, you inevitably and automatically heal and liberate the world. And so we are coming to the last point of this video, and that is action. Action is the most important thing, because nothing happens in this physicality without us taking action. If you read about it, it's not going to happen. If you watch a movie about it, it's not going to happen. When you take action, that's when things begin to actually take shape, form, and change for you. And with that, I don't just mean things outside of you, but I mean your entire physicality, your emotional, mental, physical, energetic body will begin to change and shape itself according to your ultimate, absolute essence. So maybe one question that you can ask yourself is, and this is a term that I don't like, but it's how we function in this world, and I got to work with what we have. And so the question to ask yourself is, what would my higher self do? How would my higher self live this life? And I don't like this question, calling it the higher self, because it's separative, right? You are your higher self. There is no separation. It's just the ego wants to be liked, so it's going to protect you, to not stand out in society, to not be weird, to not be different, to not step on anybody's toes. But your higher self is like the parent, right? Just see it as the guide that you have within you, because it is the guide that you have within you. How would your higher self live your everyday life? What choices would they make? What food would they eat? how they take care of your body, how they take care of your emotional state, mental state, and then start implementing these things within your everyday life. And if you need help with this, if you feel like you cannot get these answers, again, I'm always here to help with one-on-one sessions. But I do believe my goal with my entire work is to help people do this for themselves, to not be a crutch for anybody, but to empower people and to let you know that you have all the skills that you need. It's just a matter of applying them, daring to apply them. And the more you practice this, the more you will receive the answers that you've been looking for your entire life, and you will achieve self-mastery, life force mastery, contentment, joy, bliss, happiness. What else do you want? What else do we need? Again, thank you so, so much for being here. If you have any type of questions, please type them in the comments below. I love reading your comments. And if you want to just connect to your higher self for a few moments, you can find meditations in the same link where I have these PDFs for free. You can download them on your computer, on your phone if you want, or you can find them as well here on YouTube. It's just that on my website, that will be without any type of ads. Thank you again for everything. Have a most wonderful moment of the infinite now, and take amazing care of yourselves. All of my love. Bye.